We just about survived the 2021 and 2022 COVID pandemic as 23 brought us another global disaster. We are talking about the fact that this year, Tesla started the mass production of the Cybertruck. Today we will give you 5 huge reasons why the 2024 Ford F-150 is miles ahead of the world's most overhyped truck. Reason number 5. Looks. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, namely the looks of the Cybertruck. During more than a century of automotive history, there were cases of unorthodox vehicle design being successful. Namely, French and Italian automakers come to mind, having created some of the weirder-looking wheeled creations that today are considered legendary. Tesla's Cybertruck, however, is not among those creations, and will not enter the Automotive Design Hall of Fame anytime soon. There is nothing wrong with an angular shape, however. Many vehicles with such design have stood the test of time very successfully, and we do not need to look very far to see the proof. Ford F-150 isn't a particularly streamlined vehicle in any way, shape, or form, and still it is the most popular vehicle in the US market, by far. The main strength of the F-150's design is that it knows what it is, namely a pickup truck, an automotive equivalent of a blue-collar worker in jeans and work boots. And while the suit is not fancy, it evokes a certain kind of respect. The Cybertruck, on the other hand, just tries too hard. It is different not for the sake of being better or solving some problem, but just for the sake of being different. And that is not a good thing. To sum up, the design of the Cybertruck is just Elon Musk's middle finger to the automotive world. And that is not the end of the problems. As mentioned before, sometimes cars with sharp designs work just brilliantly. However, the Cybertruck has a giant glaring issue: its proportions. Of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but this truck is truly weird. It looks like it is too long for its shape. In addition, the odd styling makes the wheels look too small for the giant body. From a distance, it makes this thing look like a cheap knockoff of toy cars from some generic computer game. So when looks are concerned, we would choose a Ford F-150 8 days out of a week. Reason 4. Being a pickup truck. A pickup truck is a work vehicle. While today this statement may not be as accurate as it was 20 or so years ago, mainly due to high school kids using their trucks as party platforms, but nonetheless a pickup should be capable of doing hard work. And there is no doubt that the 2024 Ford F-150 is such a truck. The new model carries a legacy of countless F-Series trucks before it, trucks that actually built the US. The new generation is better than ever in that regard, packed with clever features and driver aids to help do the required job safer and more easily. New engines offer power and performance never seen before, combined with exceptional gas mileage. And even features like an inbuilt power supply capable of powering professional power tools on the grid makes the 2024 Ford F-150 the best version of a work truck that it's ever been. Not to mention the exceptional tow rating of up to 14,000 pounds and a payload capacity of up to 3,300 pounds. Now those are numbers worthy of a true pickup truck. In this regard, the Cybertruck is not as bad as its looks make you think. The tow rating is decent at 11,000 pounds, and the payload is also okay at 2,500 pounds. Those numbers are nowhere near what the F-150 can do, but for the average person, they will be plenty. The problem is that those numbers would be far better considering the truck has an insane amount of power and torque. The top-spec Cybertruck will have more than 800 horsepower and over 1,400 pound-feet of torque. Obviously, Tesla's engineers and marketing hype people decided that the most important number in a pickup truck is the acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour and not its towing and payload capacity. So while the Cybertruck is capable of accelerating to 60 in under 3 seconds, the question is, why? Why would a full-size pickup truck need to do that? And while we are on the subject of accelerating, according to the laws of physics, what goes up must come down, or in our case, stop. Good luck trying to stop a truck that weighs more than 6,600 pounds. That's almost 2,000 pounds more than the F-150, which by no means is a light vehicle. Reason 3. Off-road performance. While a full-size pickup truck is not a true 4x4 per se, But being able to go off the beaten path is one of the most important traits of such a vehicle. The 2024 Ford F-150 has no issues in this regard because it is plenty capable off-road even in the standard configuration. Not to mention the glorious, earth-shattering Raptor with full-on off-road racing suspension and massive wheels. There is a completely different story with the Cybertruck. On paper, things look really promising. A powerful and torque-happy electric motor provides plenty of grunt even for the most demanding situations. Combine this with the low center of gravity and you have a true off-road hero. That's on paper. On the trail, things are quite a bit different, highlighted by some surfaced YouTube videos where Cybertrucks are hopelessly stuck in places that some modern family-friendly SUVs could possibly traverse. Here, the monumental mass of the Cybertruck comes as a disadvantage. Envisioned and advertised by Musk as some sort of battle-ready vehicle with tank-like characteristics, the Cybertruck fails miserably off-road. You see tanks have tracks. The Cybertruck does not. It has 4 specifically designed tires. Tires that are made with the best possible energy consumption in mind, not the best possible grip. Combine this with the huge weight and those powerful motors, and you have yourself an off-road disaster. And that is not even the worst part. You know what is? The batteries. They are placed under the floor of the truck. Or to be factually correct, they are the floor of the truck. And those are lithium batteries. Without diving deep into the chemistry of battery manufacturing, what you need to know is that lithium is a very reactive metal. So reactive that when exposed to water, the reaction is so violent that it ends up in explosion. Now imagine an off-road truck with its underbelly packed full of such batteries, riding on a trail full of sharp rocks and muddy, wet bogs. Now that sounds like a recipe for some fun, right? Reason 2. Repairability. But EVs are easy to repair because they have less moving parts and are more reliable. Additionally to this being a myth, because every vehicle needs maintenance to keep it in the roadworthy condition, in the case of the Cybertruck, there's one huge aspect of why it is not true. Yes, to some extent, EVs are mechanically less complex than a traditional ICE vehicle. But one thing they do share: the body. But the Cybertruck is bulletproof and indestructible, while also a myth created for the gullible. To believe this will surely bite some new owners in the rear, and quite hard. Ford made the same mistake with the 2014 F-150. Some genius at Ford decided to save some weight on a truck and to make it out of aluminum. While a great material for making pans and pots, it turned out to be not so great for making car bodies for 2 main reasons: cost of production and repairability. Car manufacturers have made vehicles out of steel for more than 100 years by now, so they have the know-how and tools. To start manufacturing using a completely different material is incredibly expensive. The other reason is repairability. While some fancy sport cars will spend most of their life in a warm garage and may benefit from the weight saving, a work truck will not have such luxury. Good luck finding a repair technician to fix that fancy space material body. And here comes the Cybertruck, made of material notoriously difficult to work with, to such an extent that there were years of delay, because the manufacturer itself could not figure out how to do it. Ford realized their mistake, and the modern Ford F-150 is all steel. The question is, how long will it take Tesla to realize the same? Reason 1. Answer to a question nobody asked. All in all, the Tesla Cybertruck, in our humble opinion, is an answer nobody was asking. While Ford developed its F-Series range over countless generations throughout the decades to make a truck as capable as it can be, the Tesla Cybertruck is a show vehicle and nothing more. It's too heavy, compromising the towing and payload capacity. Due to the weight and tire combination, it does not work off-road, and it never will. While you can add some better high-performance off-road tires, you won't be able to reduce the monstrous weight of this behemoth. All in all, the Tesla Cybertruck is a pointless waste of invaluable resources of our planet, manufactured by the company whose main advertised goal is to save those aforementioned resources.